Welcome everyone to this session on abnormal psychology, Module 2, Session 7. Here are the learning objectives of this chapter: to understand the levels of consciousness, to understand structure and dynamics of personality, to understand psychosexual stages, to understand ego defense mechanism, impact and criticisms, to understand assumptions of behavior psychology, to understand extinction, generalization, discrimination, and shaping, and to understand reinforcement, punishment, abnormal behavior as a product of learning. Further, the unit covers cognitive behavioral perspective, that is the attribution theory, to understand cognitive appraisal conceptual framework for cognitive vulnerability, self-efficacy, and information processing, to understand Rogers' theory of abnormality, to understand interpersonal theory, and to understand interpersonal relationships and impact. The learning outcome from this session is that the student will learn to understand levels of consciousness. According to Sigmund Freud, the mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. And he defines three levels of consciousness: the conscious level, the subconscious or preconscious level, and unconscious level. This diagram shows the three dimensions Sigmund Freud has mentioned. Coming to consciousness, this is the part of the mind that thinks and creates mental pictures of what we want our life to be. The conscious mind is essentially an instrument designed to allow us to focus our infinite self into a physical body in order to have a life experience on the earth plane. The conscious mind is our awareness at the present moment. You are conscious of something on the outside as well as some specific mental functions happening on the inside. The conscious mind includes perceptions, sensations, memories, feelings, and fantasies inside of our present awareness. It is also known to be the gatekeeper for the mind. If someone tried to present you with a belief that doesn't match your belief, this system, then your conscious mind will filter that belief. The same will happen when someone criticizes you. If, for example, someone told you that you are dumb, your conscious mind will filter that statement and let you understand that you are not really dumb. Secondly, talking about preconscious mind. It is the stuff from which dreams are made. We consider it as the storehouse of all remembered experiences, impressions that are left on the mind by such experiences and tendencies that are awakened or reinforced by these impressions. Every experience you have ever had, every thought, every impression lives in the subconscious mind and influences our pattern of thought and behavior far more than we realize. The subconscious holds information that is just below the surface of awareness. An individual can retrieve such information with relative ease, and we usually refer to these as memories. We can understand preconscious mind with an example. If someone asked you right now what your middle name was, you would be able to recall it, or when your father's birthday was, or when it last rained. The memories of past experiences live in what Freud referred to as the subconscious part of our minds, that we might not be aware of one moment and then fully focused on the next. Lastly, the unconscious mind. This is made up of thoughts, memories, and primitive instinctual desires that are buried deep within ourselves, far below our conscious awareness. Even though we are not aware of these existence, they have a significant influence on our behavior. Although our behaviors tend to indicate the conscious forces driving them, we can't readily access the information which is stored in the unconscious mind. Throughout our childhood, we have gathered many different memories and experiences that formed the beliefs, fears, and insecurities that we carry today. However, we cannot recall most of these memories. They are unconscious forces that drive our behaviors. Again, unconscious mind can be understood with an example. Things in your unconscious that might be forgotten include negative experiences from your past or a traumatic event that you pushed out of your subconscious. There might be some life experiences or thoughts that are too threatening for some people to fully acknowledge and are therefore mediated by the preconscious or subconscious part of the mind. Summarizing the session, we have learned Freud's model of the mind viewed as having conscious and unconscious level. Freud applied to the task of understanding the human mind. Also, therapists use different methods to bring out the repressed from the unconscious to the consciousness. Thank you.